Hey everyone, these are 10 interesting facts about Caribbean cuisine. From turmoil to taste. Many of the foods that we enjoy in the Caribbean today actually originated on the slave plantations. Foods such as callaloo, dumplings, salted fish, crab meat, and chicken feet were shunned by slave owners. In desperate attempts to have a constant food supply, slaves made use of these foods. Salted fish, for example, originated from the use of raw fish by plantation owners as fertilizer. To prevent slaves from using it as food, the fish was salted. Many were punished for consuming the fertilizer, with repeated offenders sometimes having their tongues extracted. Despite such hardships, African slaves developed innovative ways of preparing salted fish for consumption. Today, saltfish, along with other delicacies, is seen as an instrumental component in many variations of Caribbean cuisine. Similarities and varieties. During slavery and the period of indentureship, many foods and crops were introduced to the Caribbean islands. Rice, mustard, codfish, citrus, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers were brought to and distributed across all the Caribbean islands. As a result, many culinary similarities occurred. Curry, rice, beans, seafood, and peppers can be found in almost every Caribbean dish. Yet even from such similarities, variation arose. Pilau, callaloo soup, curry, and seafood dishes are prepared in different ways. Pepper pot, for example, is prepared with fungi, a bread ball consisting of cornmeal and okra in Antigua and Barbuda. In Guyana, on the other hand, it is served with homemade bread, rice, or roti. Pepper pot variations are also seen in Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Jamaica. Jamaican Creations. Jamaica is an innovator in Caribbean cuisine. The island is the source, the innovator, and distributor of over 110 unique Caribbean crops and dishes. Jerk is a style of cooking native to Jamaica, which involves dry rubbing or marinating meat with a hot spice consisting of allspice and Scotch bonnet peppers. Jamaica is also famous for its national dish, ackee and saltfish, as well as Jamaican patties and other pastries, oxtail dishes, Mannish water, Blue Mountain coffee, peppered shrimps, and Rastafarian dishes such as Ital stew. Angosturra Bitters. The Caribbean is famous for its various seasonings and also its flavor enhancers. The most popular enhancer is Angosturra Bitters, produced by the House of Angosturra in Trinidad and Tobago. Bitters are alcoholic preparations which tend to give drinks and food a bitter, sour, or bittersweet flavor. It was created in 1824 by Johann Surgeon, a Surgeon General in the army of the famed Venezuelan military leader Simón Bolívar. He blended various botanicals together, creating a tonic with 44.7% alcohol content. As a result of political unrest, he migrated to Trinidad and Tobago, where the bitters is still produced today. The bitters are seen as the most important ingredient in cocktails and mixed drinks throughout the entire Caribbean and are also used in foods and meats. Cuban Cocktails. Cuban cocktails are some of the most well-renowned and ordered cocktails in the world. The island is the birthplace of many mixtures, primarily the Cuban Libre, the Mojito, and the Daiquiri. It is believed that the Cuban Libre, along with the Daiquiri, were first mixed in 1900 after the Spanish-American War. The Cuban Libre, in particular, was first mixed when Coca-Cola became available on the island. Soups and sauce. Caribbean islands are renowned for their hearty mixtures of soups and sauces. Many Caribbean soups are laden with ground provision, vegetables, and meats, creating them into main dishes instead of appetizers. The most famous Caribbean soups include callaloo soup, fish broth, goat water, and cow heel soups. Souses are broth-based dishes that are served cold and consist of pickled pork with various seasonings. They are usually prepared to appear as soups or as a ceviche dish. Curry delights. Although curry is used throughout the Caribbean, its advancement has been seen primarily in the Southern Caribbean and in particular in Trinidad and Tobago and Guyana. Both countries received the high East Indian influx of laborers during the period of indentureship. With such an influx came the arrival of curry seasonings and a rise in variations of curry-based dishes. Both are famous for their buttershot meals with roti dough and are also famous for their mixture of curry with seafood. Trinidad is especially world famous for doubles, a small double wrap consisting of chana and chutneys. Islands of spice. Many of the spices used in the Caribbean did not originate within the region. However, they thrived in growth. The most prominent producer of spice in the Caribbean is Grenada, with its nutmeg production. Grenada currently produces 20% of the world's nutmeg supply. In 2004, over 90% of the island's nutmeg trees were destroyed by Hurricane Ivan. However, a resurgence has occurred, propelling the island's production capacity. Also, about 500,000 pounds of nutmeg go unharvested each year, presenting an untapped opportunity for growth. Seafood sensations. Seafood is an essential part of the export product of the Caribbean. Many countries have diverse ways of preparing seafood and are specialists in certain areas. Bahamas, for example, are known as experts in dishes involving conch. Trinidad and Tobago are known as experts in the production of bacon shark, especially along the Maracas Beach area. Barbados is famous for its fried and grilled fish, especially its use of flying fish. Guyana and Suriname are famous for their fish varieties, as they are the region's largest suppliers of seafood by maritime capture. Belize and Jamaica are famous for their fish breeding efforts, as they are the region's largest producers of seafood by aquaculture. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is the only Caribbean territory that practices whaling, being given a quota of 4 whale captures per year by the International Whaling Commission, as the practice is seen by the Commission for the multi-island nation as Aboriginal subsistence whaling. The country also engages in blackfish production, a meat derived from pilot whales, and in tree harvesting, which are young fishes that are caught and used as components in food and especially in delicacies called tree cakes. Very strong rum. The Caribbean is the birthplace of modern distilled rum. The region is known as the world's largest and premier supplier of rum. The Mount Gay Rum Distilleries in Barbados is the world's oldest commercial rum distillery, operating since 1703. Other distilleries that have been around for years include Trinidad's House of Angosturra, Jamaica's J. Ray and Nephew Limited, Grenada's River Antoine Distillery, Puerto Rico's Bacardi Distillery, and Guyana's Demerara Distilleries. The region is also known for having some of the strongest rums in the world, with many of them exceeding the 80% alcohol content mark. These include St. Vincent's Sunset Rum, Grenada's 180 proof white, Suriname's Marienburg 90, and St. Lucia's Denros Rum.